So, opposite from foundationalism is another school of thought, another theory of justification called coherentism. The coherentist, like the foundationalist, is going to be interested in how a given belief relates to other beliefs. Only the coherentist does not subscribe to the notion of a so-called basic or foundational belief. They don't think there is such a thing. What they want to know, what a coherentist wants to know, if I say that I believe some proposition is true, they'll want to know whether or not that belief that that proposition is true coheres with, in other words, doesn't contradict other beliefs that I hold. Hence the name coherentism. They want to know if my belief coheres with my other beliefs. This is an interesting position, and it's definitely a popular one. This is a major theory of justification. It's one which seems to promise a solution to that somewhat confounding notion of justified basic beliefs. Those beliefs that we just, well, hey, we're starting here. Nothing gets past these. The coherentist is maybe arguing for something that's a little bit more palatable. The only problem is, what happens if my belief coheres with beliefs that are not true? It solves that justification problem, right? But what about that truth problem? What if I have a bunch of wrong beliefs and they all cohere with one another? What good does that do me in the knowledge department? So one of the big pros of coherentism is that it seems to offer something that's a little bit more easily digestible than the notion of basic beliefs. And it does seem to make sense that if someone has a bunch of contradictory beliefs, that such a person's understanding of the world and knowledge is probably going to be rather schismatic, at least within their own mind, and potentially whatever statements they might express are going to be rather contradictory. If I've got a contradiction up here, there's a good chance that I'm going to express or experience a contradiction out here, in the world. We want to avoid having contradictory beliefs as much as possible, and an emphasis on whether or not my belief coheres with other beliefs I already hold kind of obfuscates from what should be tantamount to anyone that's trying to live a philosophical life, which is inquiry into one's own beliefs to begin with. We want to be always inquiring and thinking like, well, are my beliefs true? If they're not, should do something about that.